Welcome to the Windows channel, and this is the Tech News Update. We are Thursday, May 18th, 2017, and today in our Tech News Update we have OLED screens that are really dominating slowly the smartphone market. It seems that every phone company, every smartphone company wants to go here. Even the next iPhone is reportedly to be on OLEDs. And right now, the number one manufacturer for pretty much everybody, including Apple, is Samsung. LG, very far behind in the competition, says it wants to compete with Samsung and also produce its own OLED screens. So this is very interesting. I think we have place for more than just one company that makes these things, and maybe that will bring the price down. So, but they still have a very far road. They have a big road to actually go through. So that's going to be something to look for and see if they can actually seriously compete with Samsung. In other news, Nintendo Switch is the best-selling console in the United States in the month of April. They've sold more than 200,000 in March, 280,000 in April. It is really a very good seller, and of course sold more units in 1 month than PlayStation and Xbox. So shows that there is a place for other consoles, and that Nintendo is actually having a winner with the Switch. Yesterday, we had a new insider build 16199, and one of the things that happened is when the blog post of what new features were there, a little mistake came up. They actually showed us something that is not in that build, which is a new control center that is a redesign apparently. So this is interesting because they took out the picture about an hour after they released the blog post, but we did see a little peek of maybe what's to come in the future Redstone builds. Well, Google I/O started yesterday with lots of little announcements, but really nothing major here. Among some of the interesting things is a new standalone VR headset. They announced 2 billion Android devices. That's pretty good, and that's active monthly devices. Google Assistant is coming to iOS. That was pretty much predicted before. Lens, a way to actually have your smartphone bring text to life. And one of the demonstrations here is, for example, you look at a restaurant menu and you want to call them. Oh, it's going to tell you, well, there's a phone number here. You want me to call that? Without you entering it, it can recognize it from the text, of course. Still no idea what Android O is all about. And last but not least, a little thing called Android Go, which apparently is a stripped down version of Android that would work on devices that don't have a lot of RAM and less CPU power. So kind of interesting to see that. So apparently that's the little bits of announcements. And of course, Google I/O is continuing today, so we'll probably have more and more announcements as time goes by. ExtraTorrent, which was the second biggest torrent indexing site, is actually, or has actually shut down yesterday, May 17th, permanently, and it will not come back. So basically, all of these sites are being sued around the world, everywhere, legal issues, lawsuits, prison terms for people that actually operate these websites. All of that together probably just, was too much pressure, and ExtraTorrent finally is down. Well, in what seems to be an interesting turn of events, we learned, and I talked about it, I believe, in one of the news bulletins back then, when Microsoft issued, the patches for every NSA, hack that were known for Windows. We knew that somebody had tipped off Microsoft, telling them, look, these are the flaws that could be exploited. Well, it would seem, according to the Washington Post, that the NSA itself, when they knew that the tools were now out on the wild, decided to actually tell Microsoft, okay, here's the thing. We have these flaws in Windows that we exploit. Better fix them And that was in what they probably were kind of scared that it could, what could be done with all of these flaws now that all of these information were out in the wild. So that's an interesting turn of events, actually. And finally, you think that WannaCry is the first malware to use the NSA leaked tools? Well, while WannaCry is being investigated, we are learning that actually something else is actually doing cryptocurrency. It's a malware that actually kind of, mines bitcoins, if you want. And what's worst is that apparently it's been running for months with no one knowing that it was there. The only signs that something was wrong was the fact that you could have a slowdown in computer and in servers, but really nothing more than that. And apparently this has been going on for months without people knowing about it. So kind of interesting here that has been used for a while. So this was a Tech News Update for Thursday, May 18, 2017. Today's live show day from the couch is at 4 p.m. today, 2000 hours UTC. Exceptionally today, because of the high heat and that we are having right here, no retro gaming night tonight. We'll bring that back next week. Sorry for those that love this show, but I think it's better like that because it's a little too warm in a very hot Montreal day today. So just from the couch today, nothing else. Hope you can join us. If you enjoy our live shows, you enjoy what we do, why not think of a PayPal donation at the Yahoo email you see here. You can also help us out at patreon.com/radioandcomputers, where, of course, you can help us out also. Thank you so much for following us on this channel, and hope you enjoy our videos.